So Maxtima, this standalone product, is a DMI fungicide, but it seems to be in this what I call like a newer wave of DMIs that, in particular, don't have the growth regulation associated with it like previous DMIs have had. It also seems to have different binding into the target site. So, some of the things that we've seen is maybe a little bit faster control, a little bit better control than even other DMIs. And Navicon basically includes the DMI mixed with pyraclostrobin, a very strong QOI material as well.
Yeah, and I'll piggyback on that. With the novel active ingredient Revasol, I think it's kind of given turfgrass managers the flexibility to use a DMI in ways that no other DMI can be used. So it's really seen kind of unprecedented turf safety with this technology, and also excellent control of over 20 of our turfgrass diseases. So it's definitely been a great contribution to the market. Yeah, so that AI and methyltrifluconazole, like Jim said, it's got really good binding, really fast plant uptake, good longevity as well. And when you combine it with something like the QI pyraclostrobin, which is leading into our intrinsic line of products, you also get a great plant health component as well. And a lot of these studies are done kind of at the molecular level and have a lot of great science to back them up. So I think it's a great new active ingredient that brings a kind of a new wave of DMI to the market.
BASF shows us a lot of those studies. We don't necessarily do that, but I think the proof is in the pudding. With almost every disease that we've tested it on, it has been outstanding. It's a very exciting material, dating back, 5 years ago, I think was the first time I looked at it. And a number of us in the turf pathology group were texting one another of, what is this material? What is this material? I think it was 750 or 751 back then, because we hadn't really seen activity like this. And activity that was even different from other DMIs. I'll just start by how we typically test all new materials. We always start with dollar spot, brown patch, and anthracnose on cool season grass, and that's how I first worked with the Maxtima and Navicon, and it is by far one of the best dollar spot materials that I've tested, and I think others, Rick Lattin, Bruce Clark, have also seen very similar results on dollar spot. Interestingly enough, the DMI itself is not that strong on brown patch, which is kind of an oddity, but we have so many other things for that particular disease. And then we had some anthracnose trials. Anthracnose isn't a major issue. I mean, it is for us in North Carolina. But Bruce Clark's work, it is flawless. Even at mid rates, the 0.6 rate, which they didn't anticipate, I think, for Maxtima, was very good anthracnose control. It's been great on summer patch, fairy ring, Cameron's favorite disease, take all root rot of Bermuda grass. So, I know I'm leaving some out here, but it is a really nice fungicide. And then you tack on the pyraclostrobin, and you get, many others as well. And in my opinion, it even strengthens the DMI. I think Cameron will agree. We saw better control with Navicon than Maxtima by itself. with Take All Root Rot and Summer Patch, and adding the Insignia also gives you brown patch control. So I guess it's a product that's very unique, and it doesn't seem to have a weakness.
Yeah, I would second that. I think he covered that really well. Yeah, I mean, dollar spot for sure, both curatively and preventively. Anthracnose Summer Patch, obviously near and dear to my heart. Take All Root Rot. Seen it do well on leaf spot and spring dead spot as well. So I think, yeah, both Maxtima with the solo of the Revysol and also the combination with pyraclostrobin and Navicon definitely gives you a whole suite of diseases that occur in fairways and on putting greens as well. So very, very diverse set of diseases you're controlling.
I'll just add one thing to that. As they had Lexicon, which was a fantastic fungicide, one of the weaknesses was anthracnose. And now the BASF portfolio has that, and especially in the amount of stress that we are dealing with, both bent and Bermuda grass and POA greens, that gives a lot of peace of mind through the season to be able to start with something like a Navicon, 28, 21 days later, come in with a Lexicon, and it's a wonderful rotation piece. And I mean, the disease control, there's really nothing to escape that.